Has your team ever been interested in implementing guided selling, but have been afraid of all the setup time and initial work required to get it to work properly? You're not alone. I want to introduce you to guided configuration. Hi, I'm Tom Davidson, Senior Solution Engineer at Configit, and today I'm going to walk you through how you can evolve your guided selling into guided configuration using Configit and virtual tabulation. So first, let's go ahead and take a quick glimpse at what guided selling is. So guided selling is usually a form that helps guide your users or guide your customers toward a product that best fits their needs. And this is actually really great. It actually offers a lot of great benefits. Several of those are, it's perfect for those users who don't quite know their way around your product offering and can guide them to the one that best suit their needs. Quickly find results that are valuable to them, and of course, it increases the possibility of you getting that order because they're going to be able to find something that they hopefully appreciate. Unfortunately, we don't talk about this nearly enough. There are quite a few drawbacks to implemented guided selling. The first of those is it requires intensive setup and mapping. So you have to take all your product knowledge and form it into this questionnaire, as you see on the left-hand side, to be able to understand how they all interact between each other. It also requires very specific knowledge. You have to have the right people involved to help make guided selling work properly. And then, of course, it's not adaptive to user changes. So as the user decides to change their mind, they have to go back to the start and then get a new product suggestion. So, what is the next thing? What is the better alternative? What I would recommend is guided configuration from Configit. Guided configuration helps to optimize user experience with live feedback during the configuration, and it offers 100% accurate results. So let's take a little bit of a closer look at that. So some of the big benefits of this is it's perfect for people of all experience levels. With guided selling, you're pretty much going to ask the same thing over and over again, and those who are experienced can get kind of tired out. But with guided configuration, you don't have to go through that tedious process. You answer the questions in any order you want, and it gives you live feedback if anything needs your attention. It also adapts to what the user values the most. So I'm going to show you this next in a live demo, but it allows you to select what you value the most. You don't have to get constrained into a bucket of choices. And then finally, there's no mapping. So you get 100% accurate results just by writing the rules you would normally. Now, of course, the drawbacks. There's always going to be drawbacks. And of course, the biggest one that we see with guided configuration is it's only available with Configit Ace. So let's compare those two side by side real quick. I mean, you can see very quickly, both of them offer a lot of benefits, but taking the evolution, the next step to guided selling would be the guided configuration approach. You get the adaptation, you get the accurate results, and of course, it's perfect for all experience levels. So let's go ahead and dig into a live example of that. So a lot of times what we see when we look at guided selling, the users typically focus too much on the technical specifications, such as your main facility power, your input threshold temperatures, maybe some additional technical specifications such as whether it's corrosion resistant, what the color is, and what the engineered to order portion is. There's a lot of technical specifications that go into this, and you have to map all of those technical specifications directly to your guided selling platform or your guided selling form. Now, inside of this system, you can see these little lock symbols. These are part of the guided configuration experience at Configit. So when I click on that lock symbol, it tells me I can still have that option, and maybe that's what matters most to me, but I have to make a selection or I have to make a sacrifice in order to get that option. Now, this is at a technical level. We also can do the same thing from more of a guided selling approach without having to do all the setup. Let's click over here to the project tab. You can actually see I've got a couple of different features here: product output, service contract, budget range, and lead time. Now, as a customer, I may say, hey, look, I'm starting a new facility up in six months. I really need this a lot sooner than 48 weeks. Now, this is really cool. This is where you combine your technical with your project-based requirements. So if I wanted this particular unit in 30 to 36 weeks, traditionally, this would not be an option inside of a traditional CPQ system or a traditional guided selling approach. You would just get the output that you get. Using virtual tabulation and Configit, we can get the results we want using the rules that we've already got built into the system. So if I click on 30 to 36 weeks, oh wow, that's quite a lot. So as a user, I'm well informed what matters most to me and what decisions I have to make in order to get what I want. Now, this may not be acceptable, but let's take a look at the 36 to 48 weeks. Ah, if I go with a standard paint color, I can get it in 36 to 48 weeks. Now that's intelligence. That's guided configuration.